Hello everyone, welcome back to the Orchestra Teacher YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Charles Laux. Today we are talking about fine tuners. Fine tuners sometimes are built into the tailpiece of the instrument, but many times they are attached to the tailpiece, like this one here. It has two screw mechanisms. One is the one that we know most often is the adjusting screw, right, to actually push the lever up and down on the fine tuner to pull or release that string a little bit. But the other screw on here, and I take this one all the way off, the other screw is the one that actually attaches to the instrument and secures the fine tuner on there. So I have this little wing nut here, this little nut that goes on top and screws into the fine tuner. And so you're gonna see in my video when I show you how this all works, how I attach the fine tuner to the instrument, and you're gonna see the difference. Now, it's really important on a viola and a violin, this is the main point of this video, is that we're not putting violin fine tuners on a viola, because you see that in the photo here, the photo shows that the violin fine tuner is a lot shorter, and if you look at the overhead view of the tailpiece, the violin fine tuners do not work effectively on the viola. The lever is just too short and there's not enough clearance between where the string attaches and the tailpiece. So you get that hitting, and it's just not a good thing. So make sure that you're ordering viola fine tuners for a viola, violin fine tuners for your violins. And I'm gonna show you again how to put that fine tuner onto the instrument. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take off the violin fine tuner. I need to loosen that string a little bit. Get it all the way loosened, and I can pull it right off. And then we're going to take off the adjusting screw first. Okay, I'm showing you, I usually do both at the same time, but I'm gonna show you how this works. Take off that adjusting screw, set it aside. And then this little screw, I have to unscrew that as well. Comes right off, there it is. And then I can take off the fine tuner. Being really careful, sometimes you have to use a little pencil or something to get it out from underneath there. And you can see that I have the fine tuner. This is a violin fine tuner. And again, when I compare it to the size of the viola fine tuner, it's just not quite as, the lever is not quite as long. This is also a little different style. Here's a similar style. You can see exactly how much shorter the lever is on the violin fine tuner, which is silver. So this black fine tuner is viola. I'm putting it on. I just simply slip it underneath the tailpiece here, find the opening, take the little nut, put it on, and it sometimes takes a little bit. There we go. Okay, and you want to get this nice and snug. Really tighten it by hand. You don't really have to use any tools. Unless your fingers aren't very strong, you might have to use a little pair of needle nose pliers to get it to fit on there strong, but make sure it's snug and on there real good. And then I can put in that adjusting screw into that as well. Okay, and you don't want to put that all the way down, you want to leave it loose. And then I'm gonna go ahead and change the string on this viola. I'm replacing these strings with D'Addario helicore. And this is a 15.5-inch viola, so I'm using the medium scale, which is for 15 to 16-inch violas. Set that aside. And I always put in the peg side first, so I'm going to start the winding, which you can't see. Go ahead and get that wound up. Okay, and as I mentioned in my other videos, to make sure we put some of that pencil, the graphite, on the bridge, right, and on the nut up here too. You might not be able to see what I'm doing, but make sure you put some of that on there so that the string will go back and forth nicely on that bridge and won't grab it as you're tuning it. So I'll get some more tension on here. I made sure to ensure that there are no kinks in the string. Then I can put that string in the fine tuner, and look at again, you can see the difference in clearance and the amount of play and room that I have to actually tune that string with the correct size fine tuner on the viola. So really, really important. Like I said, make sure we're using the right size fine tuner for the instrument, which in this case, you want a viola fine tuner, not a violin fine tuner on the viola like this A string is over here. I hope this video was helpful regarding the fine tuners on your violin and viola. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below, and we will see you next time on the Orchestra Teacher YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. For resources and more information, visit orchestrateacher.net.